Air signs, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, welcome to your divine guidance for March. All right, so let's just go ahead and get started. Most High, thank you so much for blessing me with the gift of intuition as an intuitive reader. Allow this reading to bring clarity, confirmation, and understanding for the signs, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. As above, so below, Ashe. For those of you who are new to SGL, welcome. Make sure that you subscribe and be a part of the success of this new channel reaching 1,000 subscribers. I thank you now in advance. Thank you. All right. Also, when you're on the go, or just when you just want to play audio instead of video, you can go to the podcast. There's a lot of collective and general readings there for you as well. Everything that you need is in the description box, okay? All right. Let's see what divine guidance for March is, and then we will see what messages come out for that as well. All right. The divine guidance for March is wild and free. All right. We have wild and free. And it simply says this. Let me get those. Because the stakes are high. Okay. So we have wild and free. As a side note, all good things are wild and free. Okay. Don't be ashamed for who you are. It does not mean you have to be in the full nude. It just simply means to show your true stripes, okay? Because when you don't show your true stripes, right, viewer, that's when a lot of chaos and conflict kind of happens with self and with people, right? For the majority, if you are having chaos and conflict with certain individuals, all right, or when you're in a certain environment, it's because people want to be a part of your life and they just want to know you. Now, if it is you, then you need to be clear. Like, if you can accept this version of me, meaning this is me, not, because as we work on ourselves, we upgrade ourselves, right? There's always a new version. I'm not talking in the sense of a false person here. This is just intuitively wild and free, right? Free to speak your mind. And some of you are really straightforward talkers. And sometimes it's not like you're thinking of what you're saying before you say it. You say it always comes from the heart. That's what I'm feeling. Right? But people are distracted by your beauty. There is no gender role to that. They're blinded by your beauty. So sometimes you may not be taken seriously. Let's go ahead and read Wild and Free. And you know what? It's number 1. Look at that. And what does ones normally talk about? It always talks about new beginnings, change, and embracing that, right? Or refocusing your mind. Whenever you feel stuck, remind yourself that you can be spontaneous and free. But this is saying be wild, right? All right. All right. So I don't normally do this. Normally I just stick to the reading. But for some of you who are really having a difficult time at this time, to where it's like you are trying, you are putting your best foot forward, and there's just certain energies that keep attacking you through people or in certain environments, I need you to do this. And don't worry, I'll do it with you. So place your hand over your heart, say to your heart, excuse me. You guys, excuse me. I need to make some hot tea. this room temperature water is not doing it at all. I'm back. All right. Here we go. Place your hand over your heart. Say to your heart, my heart, you are wild and free. I trust you to guide me. You know what is right for me and what is not meant to be. You are honest and wise. I love you. Take a deep breath and then imagine that you can breathe out through the front and back of your heart. Now, be gentle and relaxed. This allows your heart to let go of pain, doubt, or insecurity, and remember that it is wild and free. That is beautiful. Let's see what messages come out for you. What I'm going to do, I'm going to pull a feminine energy and a masculine energy. What is the message for feminine energy? For all inquiries, email spiritualguidingnight@gmail.com. Okay. You're not stuck. Feminine energy, you're not stuck. It's just you have to get things in order. And you don't have to explain that to anybody. But for the most part, if people are asking questions, you have the right to say you're overstepping boundaries. But if it's just, like you need to communicate. Okay, what is the feminine energy? Message. 7 in inspiration. Look at that. This feminine energy is nude. This also is like the sun card. Okay. The sun sets on you. This could be the time where in March, you're being expired all over the place, right? Mentally, physically, environment, people. It's like your creative motor skills kick into action. It's like you've been ignited, initiated into inspiration. The world of inspiration in the month of March. Feminine energy, no gender roles. Let's pull the masculine energy. I'm excited to be here, you guys. I haven't came on here first thing in the morning, so I'm excited. Normally when I tell myself not being pulled to get on, but I'm like, I need to, if I'm up, I should get working, because sometimes we can relax and then that relax turns into lay back to, oh, I'm going to go to sleep. But like I said, everything that I do is divinely guided. So when I get messages, and that's one thing I've been wanting to do is do readings of the dreams or messages that I receive as well. But I'm still in training, so I have to slow down just a little bit. I don't want time to be watching me, and then I don't want to be watching time. Okay? All right, let's see what masculine energy for wild and free. We have the 6 of Pentacles. This is beautiful masculine energy. It's a security. See that figure 8? These, to me, are different wills. Different wills. Wills, I can't say it. Wills. WHEEL, right? And this certain will, this pentacle, right? This is confirming a masculine energy is getting ready to drop security on you. Is much of mature security, and it's like more than what you can ask for, more than enough. You're definitely going to be able to grow. It's like everything that you need, all resources. Okay, it's like all elements are being put together in this connection: earth, air, fire, and water. And then we do have the sun here, so it's like a match, right? Maker, especially if that's dealing with relationship now pertaining to business. Someone with masculine energy is going to support whatever endeavor, idea, or this is some form of collaboration. Going back to self, it's like you have balanced your feminine and masculine energy. It's gives more of the temperance. This is like the spiritual cup. You have the 8 and you're able to look inside the cup, and this is what's being deposited, like the Ace of Cups as well. All right, let's get overall direction. And I was just thinking, like, starting SGL, I remember when I started with 1 subscriber, and that 1 subscriber was me. And I was like, and then it's going to be 2, and then it's going to be 3, to the point to where it's like, now it's like, it's not about the number, okay? It's about the growth and the ability to serve and the ability to help others, right? With to understand, their full journey of being wild and free, right? Some of you don't even realize that you're wild and free. Your experiences right now are in the past that they've caused you to either upgrade or to transition to the next level. Not playing a game, just, the next level is always going to be a next level. It's always going to be a new phase, okay? And sometimes it can be the same routine, but in a whole different way of experiencing it. Sometimes that can be a struggle for some of the air signs, okay? All right, overall direction for Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, we have the Tower. Yeah. And that is a good thing, okay? You have to allow things to end. Sometimes when you don't allow the initial death to happen, sometimes the Most High, whether it's the Most High causing the Tower or the Most High sending your guides, your spirit guides, to place things in action, or they destroy the Tower, to say, you know what, either it's time for you to live in the world of inspiration, right? It's time for your cups to be filled to where you don't have to no longer struggle with the whys, or how am I going to, when is the situation going to change, right? Lack will no longer be in your vocabulary. When you're going to be able to identify, now that you have experienced lack, for some of you, you're able to identify it from afar away, and that is from a distance, and that's going to, from a distance, you're going to mentor others in inspiration, and that inspiration is wild and free. It's very inspiring to hear someone say, you changed my life, you helped me through where my own family could not assist me, right? Don't they always say that a child listens to the stranger before the parent? It's most common because the parent can't relate to the child because they think they don't understand, but 90% of the time they do. But the other 10% of it can just simply be the tradition of, this is what happened when I was a child, the tit for tat. That's exactly what it is. And most people don't like to admit that it's a tit for tat of adult memories of childhood versus their new seed who should be wild and free. I know it's like wild. Oh, no. I'm going to look up the word wild. Okay. Wild simply means, okay, oh, food. A herd of wild goats, something that is untamed. You're free. If a person is wild, they might be unstrained, crazy, or even enthusiastic, like someone who's wild about a cabaret music. The term to run wild means to grow unrestrained, undisciplined, like a wild animal, or an imagination that isn't held back by rules. So you can choose what kind of wild you want to be, because you got to understand that a wild animal that is free still is being trained by nature and environment. At the end of the day, you're not free, right? But if you choose to be unrestrained, meaning it's time to take the path of inspiration and allow everything that no longer serves anything that's low vibrational, allow that to, it may feel destructive, any destructive behavior, right? Any destructive behavior. I'm going to stop your reading. Actually, I want to shed some light on your reading because, sometimes when I definitely feel someone feels like an alone place, like no one understands yet. Once you get into either the common place of interest, some of you only know destructive. And so it's like relearning all over again, but in a high vibrational world, right? You can start by looking up how to be inspired, right? How to love thyself. Then you will get to understand how you'll start to learn how to know thyself. Okay. It's the end of allowing certain relationships show you, because those traumas are too hard for you to break out of. So that's why everything has to be rebuilt all over again, which is a good thing, right? Now you know how to build your foundation and how you want things to look. And as you're learning of what you want, it's up to you how you want to create your heaven on earth, right? Let's go ahead and shed some light on your reading. Shed some light on Wild and Free for March for the air signs. We have 2 Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. At the bottom, working our way up to the top, we have Inner Temple in reverse. So this is basically saying devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. Remember that. That exercise that we did. So for some of you who missed the exercise, simply just go back to the beginning of the reading, okay? And then we have Dance with Life. Doesn't that sound like Wild and Free, right? Do something to change your energy. All right, air signs, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, that is your goddess reading for the month of March. Don't forget, love is kind, love is gentle, and that is you and I.